households, both alike in dignity, minded their own business for many years. But when their children fell madly and hopelessly in love, their blissful existence could be no more. On the day it all began, the sky was clear and the ocean was calm. Under the waves swam a beautiful young fish named Juliet. She loved to swim in the deep ocean, flipping her fins and splashing with her friends. In the clear sky above flew a dashing young bird named Romeo. He loved flying high above the world, soaring over trees and cliffs and the sparkling sea below. As Romeo was flying above the ocean, sunlight glinted off of Juliet's scales and caught his eye. "But soft," he thought, "what light from yonder ocean breaks?" He flew down to investigate. "Hello," said Romeo in his best dashing voice. "I'm Romeo." "Hello," replied Juliet. "I am Juliet." "You are the most beautiful fish I've ever seen," Romeo exclaimed. "You are the most handsome bird I have ever seen," replied Juliet. "Shall we get married then?" "Yes, we shall." And so they made arrangements to get married the next morning. That night, Juliet told her best friend, Crabulet, about how she had found her true love. "It's perfect," she said. "A dream come true." "That may be," replied Crabulet, "but there is one small problem. Where will you live and raise your children?" Juliet was taken aback, but only for a moment. "I hadn't thought of that," she said. "But no matter. We're so in love that we can do anything. I'm sure we'll figure it out." Crabulet didn't think this was a very good idea, but she said no more, for she knew that she could not change Juliet's mind. Later that night, Crabulet went to Juliet's family and told them of the lovers. They were distraught. "That's impossible," cried her father. "It would never work." He told Juliet's favorite cousin, Tybalt, to go to her in the morning to try to change her mind. If she would listen to anyone, she would listen to Tybalt. Tybalt did go talk to Juliet, but it did not go particularly well. "Juliet, you can't do this," he said. "It's pure foolishness." "Nonsense," replied Juliet. "You just don't want me to be happy." "No, we want what's best for you." But Juliet wouldn't listen. Just then, Romeo flew down and saw the commotion. "Is this fish bothering you?" he asked. "Yes, he is," replied Juliet, still quite angry. "Say no more, my princess," Romeo cried, and he swallowed Tybalt in one gulp. Juliet was aghast. "Romeo, what have you done?" she wailed. "I have rescued you," Romeo replied, very proud of the heroic deed he had just accomplished. "That was my cousin." "Oops. Well, there's only one thing to be done if our love is to survive. We must run away together." "Yes, that is the only logical answer," Juliet said thoughtfully, though parting with their families would be such sweet sorrow. The next morning, Juliet woke up early and swam to the beach. If her dearest Romeo could not live in the sea, then she would have to live on land. She dove deep down, enjoying her last few moments in the water, then jumped up onto the beach. She flopped farther up inch by inch. The sand got between her scales and the sun started to dry her up, but still she continued, all in the name of love. Romeo had a similar idea. He too woke up early and flew out to sea. If his love Juliet could not live outside the water, then he would have to live in it. He flew high up in the sky, enjoying his last few breaths of fresh air, then dove down into the water as fast as he could. He flapped and dove deeper and deeper. The salt water stung his eyes, and his feathers got waterlogged, but still he continued, all in the name of love. Of course, they both died. Their families mourned for a while, but then they got over it and went back to their own lives. So remember this when you are looking for someone to love. Don't do what they did, and you'll most likely be much happier. And also not dead. Probably.